Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please shall we rise to welcome His Excellency the Acting President. The National Anthem, please. Your Excellencies, Governor, let me welcome very specially members of the National Assembly here present from outside Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana here present. I'd like to welcome our royal fathers here, particularly the Ohinoyi of Ebira land. Let me welcome all of you, development partners, members of the diplomatic corps, and investors and stakeholders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with pleasure comprising 44 disparate over $25 billion by 2026 to GDP. Interested in the Nigerian mining sector, you are in good time. Because right now, Nigeria is repositioning its mining sector for successful exploration and exploitation through clear roadmap, fresh regulations, direct and indirect impact on households. So I'd like to welcome all of us this morning. But for his opening statement, I'd like to welcome the Regional Director, AfroSec Montgomery. Please welcome Sir George Gerson.
Your Excellency, Dr. Kaide Fayemi, and Honourable Abubakar Bawa Buhari, Minister and Minister of Industries, Executive Director, Engineer, Archery, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to make these few remarks on this occasion of the opening ceremony to make a subsidiary of Messe Munich. Montgomery has its footprints in every continent in the world and has been in existence since 1895. Amongst thousands of conferences and exhibitions that has been organised globally, the firm provided management services for the first Lagos International Trade Fair as far back as 1977. AfroSec's understanding of the market in West Africa makes it a perfect partnership with Montgomery to take on, develop and build on their exhibitions in the region and look at expanding the portfolio in line with the ever-changing markets in Africa. EMAG is a subsidiary of Messe Munich and its portfolio includes around 30 trade fairs in 20 countries. Since the foundation of the company in 1946, EMAG has participated in 5,000 international exhibitions as an organiser, cooperation partner and implementation company for the official trade fair participation. The main industry branches include automotive, construction and mining, production machinery, automation and environmental energy. Working with our technical partners, Deloitte Consulting, and under the patronage of the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, we are pleased to present Common West Africa as the next addition to the portfolio of exhibitions in the region, some of which include Securex West Africa, Propac West Africa, Electra Mining and Balmer Africa. Our objective is to create platforms that would advance the objectives of policymakers and stakeholders in the key sectors with the jurisdictions we work in. We have identified the mining industry as one of the frontier sectors that holds the promise of sustainable development and prosperity for African countries. We have therefore aligned ourselves with the policy direction of the federal government of Nigeria, which seeks to reposition the Nigerian mining sector to contribute optimally to the diversification of the country's revenue base and job sector. The renaissance of the Nigerian mining sector has already begun to yield remarkable results and makes the country a good choice for locating an annual conference serving the mining, construction machinery and allied industries in the West African sub-region. We are therefore delighted that our enthusiasm about the possibilities in the sector was met with the support of the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, and for this I must especially thank Minister Kaide Fayemi. I must also thank our keynote speaker, Your Excellency, the Acting President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and all of the visiting dignitaries that have honoured us with your presence here today. Our gratitude goes to all of our sponsors, exhibitors and partners, in particular Dangote Industries. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're putting every effort to make this conference worth your while, and we hope you forgive us for any failings you observed in this first edition. Common West Africa has come to stay as an annual event in Abuja, Nigeria, and we count on your support as we, hand in hand, work towards building a world-class platform that will deliver value for all participants in the sector and for the good people of Africa. I thank you for listening.
And gentlemen, on behalf of the leadership and staff of the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, I am most delighted to welcome you to Abuja, Nigeria, the new destination of the mining in Durban. And to thank you for honoring us with your presence at this conference. I'm sure my brother from South Africa, Comrade Zwane, is wondering, am I talking about South Africa or Nigeria? Of course, he is very much aware of why I have to do this. He's always reminded me that we taught them how to play soccer, but only last Saturday they were here in Uyo and they taught us what a good student who has learned well from the master can do by defeating us handsomely in the game of soccer in Uyo, capital of Akwa Ibom State. So everybody knows that South Africa is a home of mining, and we are growing very fast. We believe we'll soon reach the point where we're going to start teaching them how to mine in South Africa. It was adopted in February 2009 during the African Union Summit. This was in furtherance of the October 2008 meeting of African ministers responsible for mineral resources development. The African Mining Vision is by far one of the most promising instruments that unite the whole of Africa towards achieving particular objectives. It is Africa's own response to tackling the paradox of great mineral wealth existing side by side with pervasive poverty through building economic and social linkages that benefit Africa and its citizens. For us in Nigeria, in view of our present realities, we have found our bearing from the African Mining Vision and domesticated its provisions in our roadmap for the development of the Nigerian mining sector. Accordingly, one of the priority goals of our government is to position our mining sector to play a greater role in sustainably diversifying our country's revenue base, creating jobs and fast-tracking industrialization. In terms of mineral resources, we however realize that we cannot go very far with our agenda if we do not feature strongly in the reckoning of the international mining community as a serious mining destination, with us enlisting critical stakeholders domestically and globally as enablers of our vision, while providing the conditions for the creation of shared value for all stakeholders and participants in our mining jurisdiction. Similarly, most countries in our West African sub-region have since developed country-level strategies, and we have reports of the achievements that are already